Good morning, everybody. We're currently here on Freedom of the Seas. We're going to do a quick tour of the ship, show you all the places where things are, and give a couple of reviews of things that we've done. Let's go check it out. So right now I'm currently on deck 12, but down on deck 11 there is Splashaway Bay. This is the kids area. Good old splashing area for kids. A couple of hot tubs over on the other side that are covered with shade structures. Great for parents to keep an eye on their kids. Also up on deck 12, they have a couple of these little day beds. They look comfortable. I haven't really seen anybody in them at all this entire cruise, but they're here. Also looking down on deck 11, we've got the main ship pool. A couple hot tubs that are covered over there on the left-hand side. One big hot tub there in the middle. Big open area they use this for like shows and like sail away and other events. Looks like they're doing some sort of a water aerobics right now. Good times. Straight across is going to be Lime and Coconut. We'll go take a look at it in a second. Down here on deck 11 is the solarium pool. Always pretty good temperature. Great bar service on this ship too. That back section of the pool on the other side of the bridge though is odd because it is 6 foot 11 inches deep. I don't know if they used to do any type of like scuba lessons or anything, but that seems just overly deep for a cruise ship. This is the upstairs section of the Lime and Coconut. Delicious drink. The Lime and Coconut itself, like the namesake drink, really good. Like all the colors I've added onto this thing. We do have a Jumbotron there in the back. They play movies during the evening and some during the day. But right now they're just doing like Chive TV or standard atmosphere stuff. Got little seating areas around here too. We've got tons of seating. So if you want to get out of like the hustle and bustle, you can just come out to deck 13 and they've got all these seating out in the sun. You can sunbathe as much as you want. And they got all these glass walls that kind of helps prevent a lot of the wind from whipping through here, so you can really kind of just settle down and relax. We do got the mini golf course up here as well, Freedom Dunes. I believe it's a 9-hole course. You just kind of come and go as you leisure and just putt around. Right up front from the mini golf course, there is just a fantastic view of the front of the ship. Helipad's down there. We can actually go down there, and we will here shortly. So over on that side of the ship, there's also one on this side of the ship. These are both on the solarium for the adult area. This is actually a hot tub. This is a cantilevered hot tub. It sticks off the side of the ship. I'll get you a better view of it. That's what I'm talking about. It just sticks off the side of the ship. Great place to just have really good views. Hot tubs are really hot in this thing. We've tried to watch like pier runners from these and just fun. It's kind of unnerving because you can sit on the side there and you can just sit right there on the side and lean up against the glass and there's just nothing below you. Pretty fun. This area here is the Adventure Ocean. It's for the little guys, teenagers, everything, pretty much every kid. Like this little rainbow tunnel they have here. This is also one of the ships that has a Johnny Rockets diner. The food here is not included with your sailing, but milkshakes are if you have a deluxe beverage plan. Also up here on now deck 12 in the aft of the ship, just a great view of what's going on behind you. Really sunny out here today. It's really hot too. We are currently on our sea day back from Grand Turk back to Miami. So this is going to be wide open ocean all day long. One of those things that Royal Caribbean is famous for is their flow riders at sea. The Freedom class ships here, they have one of them. You get up to the Oasis class ships and they'll have 2 of them actually, one on each side of the back of the ship. This should be starting to go here shortly, and hopefully we got a couple guys over there already waiting to use it. But they're fun to watch. I don't need to do it. Up there is the perfect storm. Water slides, that would be cyclone and typhoon. I'm not a huge water slide person, especially I have other things I could do at sea, so I don't typically end up doing these, but they look good and they seem to be pretty big crowd favorites. All right, also up here on deck number 12, or now we're on deck number 13 actually. Deck 13 is we do have the sports court. So right now it is set up for pickleball. They do open pickleball from, well, it was like 2 hours every single day. We had meant to come on up here. We just haven't really had the time with our ports and everything. Or it looks like right now they're doing the lesson. And then up there behind it is the rock climbing wall. We haven't really been up here at all this sailing because it's just been really hot and sunny, and inside's been really treating us well. So here off of Johnny Rockets, we also do have a arcade. Not the biggest arcade, got some decent machines. It's tried to see an Angry Birds coin stacker at sea. A lot of it is just prize redemption games. Easy stuff for just people to try to get little prizes and everything. One of my favorite types of things to look at on any of these ships is going into like the elevator bay, these Centrum towers, and just looking down. That goes all the way on down to deck 5 there, and you can also see deck 4 and deck 3 below that as well. It's just so far down. These ships are absolutely huge. Also here on deck 11 in the back of the ship is also the Windjammer. This is where you can get your breakfast, it's your lunch, it's your dinner, it's your buffet. Open for most of the day. Good selection of food in there so far. We haven't had any misses. Here we are on deck number 9, overlooking the Royal Promenade, and just unique arts. They always have different unique art inside each of these Centrums. I gotta go over to the other side of this ship and I will show you the one on the other side, but this is just traffic lights. I told you I'd get the other side there. There's just these jets. It looks like that one looks like an F-16 and an F-16 there, and then that one looks like an F-18. And I'm not sure what these paintings are, but yeah, they're just painted on jets. And here's another view of the Royal Promenade from the bow of the ship. We've made it down to deck 5, the Royal Promenade deck. All the way in the front of the ship is the Star Lounge. They do different events like karaoke, dance lessons. They were doing like Majority Rules game shows. But it's just a nice open lounge, really good looking seats. And if you want somewhere that's pretty much quiet for most of the day, this is kind of your spot to go. Music's low in here, good vibes. Also do have a bar. I believe they are only open in the evenings or when something is happening in here. All right, now actually being on the Royal Promenade, it's 3 stories tall, actually 4 stories tall. On one end here, you do have Sorrento's Pizza. This is your late night drunk food of the cruise. They open at 11:30 and they are open late every single night, except for the final night, they're only open until 2. Pizza's great, it's good, it's cheap, it's cheesy. It's good stuff. And they also always have, in that back corner right there, they always have a vat of ranch, which is always nice for us Midwesterners. Continuing on down, we've got the Bull and Bear. This is the pub on the ship. They do live guitar playing in the evenings. Great bartenders in there. I'm gonna have to finish up the menu in there on this trip. Normally what used to be Vintage's Wine Bar is now the non-smoking Casino Royale. This has been one of our go-to stops on this cruise. Morning. Been one of our go-to stops on this cruise. A great bar and great staff in there. And I don't like the smoke, so it's good to go in there and play some machines in there. Different shops, Logo Shop, Regalia, fancy items, port merchants. They usually have like booths set up here in the middle and people slinging their wares. We usually have a different sale like every day, like a bag sale or a hat sale. Cafe Promenade is the One is a coffee shop on deck. They proudly serve Starbucks coffee, so your beverage plan does include that coffee. Right across from guest relations on the other side of this rainbow bridge here is our bar. We really haven't spent too much time in here. Seems to be actually a pretty popular spot and people are in here a lot. They do have the big unique chair here in the back, but the seating in here is not very comfortable. Here in the back of the ship is the main dining room. The main dining room actually stretches out from all the way down from deck 3 up through deck 5. It is a large open air dining venue. We'll peek in here from deck number 5 and just take a look at the vast size of this dining room. It's huge, this big chandelier. That has been right there has been our table every single night for dinner. We have fantastic servers. We typically we do my time dining. We usually kind of just feel out our servers, and then if we want to keep them or move on to a different one. Every single sailing we've been on, fantastic servers. We're now down in deck number 4. This is actually the deck we've spent most of our time in on this ship, mainly for 3 different reasons. This is not one of them. This is Bolero. This is the Latin bar on the ship. More of a lounge area on this side. And then over on that side itself is where they have the actual bar, which is a lot of rum-based drinks. And that's where the band plays. Here is one of the biggest places we hang out. This is Playmaker Sports Bar and Arcade. This is right in the middle of the ship. There are so many TVs in here, and they play games. Like on Monday, we had the Lions-Ravens Monday Night Football game, and it was crazy in here. Big jumbo screens on all sides. Free pool tables, free shuffleboard. So they have a couple bit of skee ball and some basketball games. They are not free. They do cost, so be careful with that. And then in here, they also have additional food you can get, but it is not free. But I've heard the wings are fantastic. The onion rings are great. And yeah, this place has a good little beer selection. Great bartenders in this one. They're really, really friendly and hanging out. Here in the back, we've also got the owner's box. So this is a section behind the bar that you can rent out if you want to like watch a certain game or anything like that. 2 giant jumbotrons, a bunch of TVs are on it as well, and then you get your own private server as well to make sure that you're all lubed up during the game. In the back of Playmakers is the entrance to Casino Royale. There's a couple games here on either side before you walk in. I can't film while the casino is open, so we're just gonna walk on through real quick and I'll show you the other side. Alright, so now that we've gotten through the casino, you can see, just came right on through for this side here. And this is the Schooner Bar. This is one of the other places we like to hang out. They probably have the best assortment of drinks on the ship. They're just good, strong, flavorful drinks. Deck 4 also has a promenade deck that goes all the way around the ship. It's one of the few classes of ships that actually completely circles around. We'll go and we'll peek up at the helipad here in a minute. Alright, just came out of the door here next to Azumi, and you would think that that's not somewhere that you could go, but you actually can. So if you walk up these like completely unmarked stairs, you walk past all of these small little life rafts. Like these are not the big ones, these are the little ones that kind of like fall off and then they inflate once they get down there. You walk past these, you can then come right out to here And this is actually the helipad. This is actually the very front of the ship. You can't get any further forward. And not many ships have this ability for you to go to. It's also wild, there's always birds. We are in the middle of the ocean right now. And there are all these birds hanging out with us. I'm not gonna go any further, I don't wanna bother them. But you can stand right there. Full unobstructed views of the ocean. There's not a single thing on the horizon right now. But these birds are hanging out. Also up here is the bridge. So if you wanted to take a look at the captain and crew as they are piloting this boat, you can see them. I can't reiterate how it doesn't feel like you're supposed to be up here at all. Everything up here is crew only doors, but it is 100% guest accessible. You just come right on up and hang out. It's always nice and really windy. In the evening, it's nice and cool out here. One of my favorite things to do on any cruise ship is actually to peek out in the horizon and look for other cruise ships that are out there and then try to figure out what they are. Well, they'll usually pull up like Cruise Mapper and figure out what it is, and it's always fun to see the other ships out there. Out here on the promenade deck is also where you'll find games like Shuffleboard. So, which spans between deck 4 and deck 3 is the Royal Theater. The first night was a variety show. I'll include just a couple clips here. Then was a show called Marquee. I don't remember if I got any clips. If I did, I will post them here. I did not take any clips of the adult-only comedian. He was fine. He did apparently a lot of what is kind of what most comedians on ships do, cruise humor. And apparently it's always the same cruise humor. But this was our first comedian we had ever seen on any of the ships. Then tonight is the final stage production of Once Upon a Time, so we are going to check that out. I'll include some clips right here as well, so you can kind of see what that show is all about. in order to get to the other side of deck 3, we have to go back up to deck 4, through the casino, down the other side, and then down deck 3, because there's only one way into the last real big venue of the ship, and it's on from the aft of the ship side. Here on deck number 3 is also the main dining room. This is where our Mind Time dining is, and it's been every night. This is the actual art studio. Looks like they're setting up here for an art auction. And then back here is the last two real things on the ship. This first here is the Focus Photo Gallery. This is where if you've had any photos taken on board, you can come and look at them. You can get them printed out. You can also buy GoPro stuff here. And then the last thing on the ship is Studio B. This is the ice rink on board. Also, they use it as a flex space. Can't get in there right now. It is all closed up. I'm pretty sure there is one more ice show at 2 p.m. today. I did miss out yesterday as the venue was full, but the rest of my party was able to get in there. They also do Crazy Quest in there. They also do laser tag and open skate. We did not get to do laser tag or open skate on this cruise, but we did do it on Independence of the Seas. Crazy Quest was the first time I've ever seen Crazy Quest. I don't know if I took any clips. If I did, I'll post them. I really can't legally post some of them on YouTube just because there is nudity. It's a rather adult game show, so it's an interesting venture. But that's basically Freedom of the Seas. And yeah, great ship.